Welcome back to another video. My name is Derek. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about the different types of tag-on flex cables that are available at MobileSentrix. There are a bunch of them, so we're going to go over each one, what it does, and hopefully answer all the questions that you might have so that you have the ability to use them. Let's get started. There are a bunch of different tag-on flex cables. The ones that we'll talk about in this video are battery tag-on flex cables, display tag-on flex cables, back camera. There are many different types of tag-on cables. The ones that we're going to be talking about are specifically for the battery, the display, the back camera, the front cameras, and more. And the majority of these tag-on flexes require no soldering. And that's really the point. It's to avoid the difficult repairs that go along with them. To get started, let's talk about the tag-ons for the battery. The first that I want to talk about is the pre-programmed universal battery tag-on flex. It's a pre-programmed universal battery tag-on flex that's designed for aftermarket batteries. It interfaces with the battery's flex connector without soldering and is preset with data so that the phone will recognize the new battery without showing errors like unable to verify this iPhone has a genuine Apple battery. So it's pre-programmed, meaning it comes with stored battery identity, health data, like 100% capacity and 0 cycles. So you don't need an external program like the Quan Lead, JCID, I2C, etc. In other words, it replaces the step where you would have to otherwise transfer the BMS from the original battery to a new lithium cell, avoiding all of that extra work, and they're relatively simple to use. You simply power off the phone, open the phone, disconnect and remove the old battery, connect the tag-on flex to the new battery, install the battery in the phone, boot it up, and you should be good to go. You can double check that everything's correct by looking in the settings under battery health to ensure that you're now at 100% capacity. Although this tag-on flex is basically compatible with all of the aftermarket batteries, it doesn't mean it's going to physically improve the quality of the battery. Although it will convince the phone of the data that it has stored, that doesn't mean that if the battery is a bad battery, that it's suddenly going to work better. Now let's talk about the display tag-on flex cables, specifically when it comes to the X07 displays. You will notice that they come with either a tag-on flex cable that requires some soldering, which isn't too complicated, but you do have to understand the techniques behind it, have the proper tools to do it, to solder it on. Or you can go with this pre-installed tag-on flex, which still requires a little soldering, but nothing compared to reballing or removing and transferring the original display IC. What this is a pulled genuine IC that has been pre-soldered for you onto that tag-on flex, which simply needs to be soldered to the X07 display in its designated location, requiring soldering that anyone can do. You just have to line it up and solder a few joints that you can do without a microscope, and you're good to go. What this will do is it'll allow the phone to recognize that new display as a genuine display. It will come up as used versus transferring the original display IC from that phone's original screen over to the tag-on flex that comes in the X07. If you do that, the phone won't even know that the screen has been replaced, versus using this where you will still have to go through the service fix in the settings, and it will recognize the screen as genuine, but it will come out as used, which is much better than just simply replacing it with an aftermarket display, having the phone notify you that it is in fact an aftermarket display. Next, let's talk about the back camera tag-on flex cables. These back camera flex cables are specialized flex connectors used during rear camera repairs, like this one, the Clone DZ03 back camera tag-on flex that's used with the Quanly Clone DZ03 programming system. This allows you to transfer the data from the original camera that you're replacing to the new rear camera. Now, obviously, this isn't the only solution to replacing the camera. You can go through the GAP program, which is the extremely professional way, ensuring that you have zero issues along the way and no extra work involved, no tag-on flex required. You could also simply replace the entire back camera unit with an aftermarket one and deal with potentially losing focus, stabilization, and depth sensing. You will also have the unable to verify this iPhone has a genuine Apple camera. So to avoid that, using something like the Clone DZ03 programmer with the tag on flex, you'll be able to copy the data from the original camera to the new tag on flex, which serves as the bridge between the original data now and the replacement camera, effectively cloning the original camera to the new one and not losing out on any of those features. Obviously, this avoids the other types of repairs that can be done to fix camera issues that typically require microsoldering and a bunch of skill to be able to replace whatever component is damaged. So you basically have a bunch of different options. Go with the GAP program, deal with losing functions and notifications, fixing the issues requiring soldering, using rework stations, different adhesives, and skills to be able to fix the issues, or using the tag on flex with a replacement camera unit, copying the data over, avoiding all of the other difficult work. With those back camera tag on flexes, you have options: the I2C, the JCID, and the Quanli tag on flexes, and you'll need their corresponding programmers. Now let's talk about the front camera tag on flex. For example, you have the front camera tag on FPC repair for the iPhone 14 Pro Max for JCID. It's a special repair flex cable designed to interface with the iPhone's front-facing camera and true depth system without having to solder directly to the logic board or sensor assembly. It's part of the JCID programmer workflow that lets the technicians read and write the camera identity and calibration data back onto a replacement front camera flex assembly so that the iOS will accept it and things like Face ID and autofocus will work properly. In simple words, the tag on FPC lets you connect the front camera data path to the programmer without soldering. It's used alongside the JCID programmer to read and write. It's used alongside the JCID programmer and read and write adapter to transfer the original component's data to a replacement front camera flex. It solves issues like abnormal autofocus, camera lag, and Face ID not working. This is all because the iPhones have a paired hardware and logic board data for secured parts such as the True Depth front camera Face ID system. When you replace the front camera assembly without transferring the data, you'll lose Face ID, it'll show errors, have camera malfunctions like bad focus and video issues. So this JCID tag on front camera FPC lets you use the programmer to read the file system data from the original part and write it onto a replacement parts flex, making the phone trust the new hardware just like the original. There are similar ones like the Clone DZ03 tag on Face ID repair FPC that will use the interface of the Quanli devices to be able to read and write the data, but the process is relatively the same. Now, each one of these items that I've talked about have slight variances depending on the generation of phone and model, but the process is the same. When it comes to the actual tag on flexes, they may need to be folded differently in order to fit inside the phone, but those again come with experience and time. And those are all of the different tag on flex cables. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Hopefully I was able to answer most of the ones that you might have had. If there's a specific one that you'd like to see demoed in a video, because there are some nuances that come to these that I may not have explained, but for the most part, those you learn on the job. But again, if you'd like to see one demoed, leave it in the comments below. Thanks a ton for watching. We'll see you in the next video.